So I don't know about you. Do you have ideas that you feel must be kept to yourself only? Wake up. Smell the coffee, man. Need to wake up, smell the coffee. Get your ideas out of your head. Alright, as I'm saying, I have ideas that have stayed with me for years. But I've learned to take all these ideas, make it plain, give it out to people. By the way, there was an idea I brought up early this year. I ran it to so many people, they loved it, they signed up. I ran it to some, they stopped me, which is good. It shows me that they saw the idea, that it was nice, but because of the mentality of you can't invest in me because you have an idea, they stopped. But be happy when you see your idea materializing. But remember, a seed does not go from a seed to a tree in one day. Which means your ideas can be sweet, lovely, beautiful, but it can materialize in one day. Your ideas have to go through processes. The process of planting the seed on the ground, and the ground is not an easy place, because the moment you put that seed on the ground, the temperature of the ground becomes increased. The seed has to go through the burning period, decaying period, then gradually the little flower or stem starts sprouting out. So your idea is going to go through heat, very hot heat. One of the hot heats your idea is going to go through is the people closest to you are going to discourage you. Mark my word, people closest to you will discourage your ideas. That is one of the processes. The closest thing to that seed on the ground is the soil. The soil is the same thing that gives that seed the ability, the nutrients, to germinate. So the point is this: your ideas must pass through processes, and those processes include heat. Because without the ground being hot, the seed cannot decay and then allow the sprout, allow the little flower, the little stem to start coming up. So your ideas are going to pass through criticisms. One of the very closest problem you will have are the people closest. I mean, people closest to you. The reason is this: the closest to the ground, the closest to the seed is the soil. Still, the closest the seed can get nutrient is the soil. The closest the seed can get air is the soil. The closest the seed can get even sunshine is the soil. Air, sunshine, nutrients are very important for a seed to germinate. So the people closest to you are going to come out with reasons why your idea will not work. I'm not talking about the heavens. The seed doesn't see the heavens until it turns to a stem, a leaf, or whatever. It doesn't see the heavens. The seed only sees the darkness, the covering, the soil. So people closest to you might be family members, it might be friends, people you love, people you hold high, people who you trust. They are the ones who are going to tell you your idea is rubbish. Dump it. It's not going to work. But if the seed maintained its composure. Gradually, the temperature of the place, it kind of gets to a point where its temperature aligns with the temperature of its environment. Then the budding process starts. So likewise, you have to maintain yourself, composure, maintain the goals of your ideas. That's why it is important that when your ideas start coming, write it down. If you write it down, anytime a little sub idea comes out from the same idea, write it down. Because when that attack of your closest friends and circles comes, if you don't have where you've written your idea down, you will lose it. So the temperature comes, there's a heat wave, and this heat wave, the soil absorbs this heat wave, the seed dies. But as this temperature that comes, the heat waves comes, the soil absorbs it, gradually all elements come together and say, man, you must survive. The things start coming up. Have you ever thought about what happens in the desert while you come to a certain place in the desert and you're seeing a little bloody little fen coming up? Others are dying. The fen is just up there, dancing its head. Because he persevered. He had his ideas. He wrote it down. In the midst of drought, it's still standing. So my friend, your friends are going to be number one thing. Your family members, people closest to you are going to be number one enemy when your idea comes. Always remember, the moment this idea is birthed and they have seen this idea and couldn't stop you, these ideas become a tree, bears fruit. Don't be angry with them, because the moment the seed of that fruit starts sprouting, then we have to be part of the people that will eat the fruit. So this will tell you that there will be those problems. Listen, when the fruit is coming up, they will come back again in the form of birds flying. They dance on the seed. They dance on the fruit. What are they doing? Using their legs. They want to see if they can take up that seed, that fruit, fall down on the ground. Some will come on those little fruits. They start. They want to eat it. What are they doing? Trying to spoil that one so that you can't sell it. But it's those birds that also come and dip their mouth inside the flower from your tree, take it to somewhere else, get that one, come to you, cross-pollinate. The same birds are the same people who are going to come. The wind will come. There is no tree that has fruits that doesn't pass through the stage of wind. The wind will come trying to see which of the fruits decides to hang on with you. The wind is going to come with severe force. What is the wind? Market forces. What is the wind? People who have greater idea than you. What is the wind? Your friends, your family. They want to shake you up and see if you can live that idea. But in the midst of all this, remember that if nature could make a bond between the fruit and the tree, likewise nature can make a bond between you and your ideas, taking you through all those stages. If you have survived your idea being killed at birth, your idea being killed at the germinating stage, your idea being killed when the children are playing football, it is you they want to use to make the post. Your idea being killed when you have gotten to a point looking so nice, so beautiful, they want to use you and then spray cloths. It is you, their lanky, beautiful tree that they want to use, tie a rope on it, spray their clothes. The worst part of it, they use it to spray their underwears. You know, it is your idea. It has gotten to that point that the wind, even most ideas go through fire process. It is only under you that they remember they can set off fire to burn off your loose leaves. Still you survived. Why? Because you are born to germinate, to grow, to bear fruit. So why will you be angry if you find your fruits in a different market and someone came to you, plucked the fruit, went to another market to sell it? You are an idea generator, planted to generate ideas. Have you ever seen where a farmer sells the produce and come back to the farm and say, oh, you my good producers, this is the money I sowed, now take it? Who does that? Even the ancestors that they throw drinks at, how many of them drink it? So you should be happy that the apples that you gave back to is being sold. That the apple that you gave back to, that the man comes, use the hook, takes your fruit, sold it to another man. The man sold it to another man, it ends up in Hilton Hotel. And the guy in Hilton Hotel just comes, takes some part of it, goes to the kitchen, they use it to make brandy apple.